Hello everybody, it's me, Action Sniper here, and today here we're looking at something pretty interesting, I think. Let's just dive into what we're looking at. Yeah, this is Resident Evil 1, but this is not in the way you would think of it. This is Resident Evil 1, uh, for the Game Boy Color. Yes, this exists. This here is a prototype. Yeah, it's a prototype. I have a script here, so things may be a little different. This is a prototype. This was unreleased. That's one of the main things. Was unreleased. This was Yeah. Let's just go through this. This part I have not seen. I've tested this. It controls like Resident Evil 1, except worse because it's not a PS1 controller. Yeah, that's some crust when it says Resident Evil right there. It sounds like it's a person doing a different voice, which is very, very interesting, I think. So yeah, yeah, there's like a slight hum to it. Uh, so I'll hit new game here. So then we've got both. So then let's just jump into some history here. So anyways, Capcom announced this port around some unknown time in 1999. It's totally unknown when. All we know is that it's 1999. This was I can almost guarantee that it was after the release of Resident Evil 3, or after Resident Evil 3 Nemesis, the original one on PS1, not the 2020 remake. So then my bet is that this would have been like a game kind of in between, since Code Veronica was going to come out in 2000 for the Dreamcast. I definitely want to cover videos going over development of some actual videos going over development of Resident Evil games, because 2, 3, and 4 have some very interesting stories that are very neat. So then let's see here. Uh, it can also be inferred, or that this was gonna be like in between release, although it'd be considered mainline in a sense, since this is just a remake. It's a remake of sorts, but technically, since it's on inferior hardware, it can be classified as a demake. Um, so then, which would have been, yeah, so then this prototype here, all this information that I'm reading to you, or that's summed down, comes from the Cutting Room Floor, which is a great site that goes over unused content in games and some prototypes and early builds. It's a really, really cool website. I'd recommend checking it out. It's really neat. So yeah, let's just start diving in. Release date was pushed back to 2000, from 99 for unknown reasons. This game is made. It doesn't have dev credit anywhere on the title screen or anything. So it is just by developer called Hot Gen Studios. Personally, I've never heard of them. They may not be that big, honestly. I don't know. I didn't do research. Yeah, the it was pushed back. Let's do Chris. Because I've played Resident Evil 1 as Chris. Yeah, so then you see those numbers up there. These numbers are gonna mean things. This looks to be that those little lines of text. Yes, this here is just Resident Evil 1. The way it starts, there's no voice acting. Uh, I will talk over this, and hopefully you can read over the text, because I believe this is the same as just starting Resident Evil 1. Yeah, so there are some weird little sound effects. But then this game was scrapped and replaced with Resident Evil Gaiden, which was the Game Boy Color's native Resident Evil game, uh, in 2001. Which we'll get back to Resident Evil Gaiden in talking about it a bit in this video. Um, So here's like the classic trope of Resident Evil 1. There's a cutscene for every time a door opens. So yeah, 2 prototypes were found in 2012 of this. The first prototype was kind of incomplete and had only Chris's story playable. It was assumed that Jill had just yet to be added in. This one here is a later build that is around 90% complete. It is, to my knowledge, from the research I did, I could not find who the person that found these prototypes are and dumped them, and how they got a hold of them. If anyone has that information, please let me know in like comments or some way, because I would love to know how these saw the light of day. Anyways, so yeah, like the 10% that wasn't finished has like things like zombie death animation. So yeah, as you can see here, these numbers on the bottom, and also there are some minor bugs. There's one, I'm playing this one because I decided this would be the most interesting to play, due to there being, I don't know, this being, there's one that has bug fixes that makes it, like, more playable, but I just decided to do the regular thing. So, I'm pretty knowledgeable of Resident Evil, up to the whole series. I've played maybe somewhere in the range of quarter to half of them, but, so yeah, so let's just start diving in some interesting differences. Besides this whole engine, and this very crusty music, this music sounds completely new. This could be me not having played, Resident Evil 1 since maybe towards the start of the summer, or that's when I finished it. I don't remember when I started playing, the Resident Evil 1, remake. I really don't. So yeah. So, another thing that you're gonna notice immediately is these little columns on the bottom of things, or on the bottom of our screen here. This here, since this is a prototype, is the game's debug features. So this very first set of numbers, the 0, 1, 0, 2, is the camera angle number. The number that internally, if we move where we are, like this right here, if we go back here, then this changes the number, because of the way that this game works and loads, is that we're going to be looking at camera angles are going to be on, like, an index. So, like, here is the closest we can get to, like, 0 for a lot of numbers. The next column that says the FF8E is our character's, their Y position, like their Y-axis position. Column 3, 00A, or the thing that said 00A a second ago, is our X position, or our character's X position. Right here, this very last thing, I'm not sure, is the YAW position. I had to look that up because I had never heard that term before. I'd recommend looking that up as well. It's kind of difficult to explain. It's relating to, like, rotation position. Because as you can see here, I am just kind of standing in place. And then there's some turning. So then, backwards is walk backwards, which is fine for certain camera angles, but, like, this is okay. Okay, so let's just continue. This thing that says, like, and then as you can also see, some numbers, after a while, some things number-wise just quit being a number and just change to a, or just entirely change to be a letter. Like, right there, you can see that's, like, in the first row column, or in row 1, column 1, we have 010Z. So it shows that, like, numbers kind of overlap into something. So then, as you can see, this zoom of the sprite, let me turn around because it's slightly easier to control. As you can see, the number decreases the closer we get, and the further away it increases, showing, like, how far... I'm assuming what it means by this is how far the camera is zoomed in, and how far the camera is zoomed out. Then, the next thing is our Z-axis position, which I've only really gotten to the first zombie encounter. So I don't know how much we're gonna play of this, honestly. But yeah, as you can see, that number is staying, pretty standard. Then this... I'm not moonwalking here, jeez, Chris. Chris has got some moves here. I guess not only he has superhuman strength to punch a boulder, he's also got some serious moves. So then this thing in the third column of the second row, this DFFE, for what I looked at and for the people that have tested, and people that have tested and played this, nobody knows what this number is. It is completely unknown what this number is, what these numbers, or these letters, more accurately, are. It is completely unknown what it is. And then this last row is just blank. So this is the debug mode, and it's not your typical... It's not like I can do anything and everything I want. It's not debug mode in that sense. Hitting enter has this little pause screen here. See, it's got like the stars logo and just says paused. An interesting thing is that pausing and unpausing here, I just noticed this, is that it will start the music loop all over. So yeah, so then here we have the shield, which... the emblem here, so this is definitely very interesting. Let's just take the wooden emblem just to have, because that's a puzzle thing later, if I'm not mistaken. What is my... since this is a prototype, this has to be played on an emulator. I'm trying a lot of different button commands here, or... No, that'd be turbo. I'm trying to figure out, it does not seem like we have a gun on us. Yeah, this control scheme is very odd, now that I actually have stopped talking and kind of focused on started playing. We can look. But yeah, there's some little things, like, if you want, and if you've played Resident Evil 1 and you're very familiar with it, you can, like, compare everything. There is probably some honest-to-God differences in this. A picture of beautiful scenery. So then there, the only thing that this is really missing... Okay, so yeah, so we can go back. I'm curious, I didn't go back at all. Okay, yeah, so this is the cutscene. We're just gonna go up here, then here's Wesker and Jill. Investigate if you hear any gunfire. So, I did not go back, so I don't know if that's, like, some unique dialogue. Or not, I don't know. Since I never did that, I just went straight there. No. How do I... Like, oh, wait, that did something. No, that did not. Like, I know the first zombie encounter is up here, so I'm trying to, like, ready myself, if that makes sense. Okay, so it looks like when, like, is that... Yeah, that's an idle animation of, like, Chris thinking. That is not, him, like, arming himself or whatever. Okay, so as you can see... Oh, well. That was our zombie encounter. That is... not very impactful. I was expecting us to be able to fight it, but I do not know how to open up inventory. I am literally pressing everything. I don't remember what I have saved as select. Probably whatever is saved as select is the button I need. So I'm probably looking like a bit of an idiot, not knowing what to do. Let me look at something real quick. Yeah, so that was, there's like no sound effect or anything. It just, as soon as you go in and get around that, just jump cut to the very pixelated zombie's face. So then this is a little bit of trivia here, I guess, or detail. The 10% that if we actually figure out how to and kill this zombie, it will just kneel instead of falling over. Because part of the 10% that wasn't finished when Capcom, like, I guess, pulled the plug or axed this port was that it did not have, like, it didn't have sprites finished. Is the zombie still there? Can we, like, is he just gone? Or, like, okay, I don't know. I've never experimented with this. Okay, no, he's still there. He's still right there. That zombie thing is still right there. Did we take damage or something? Okay, we can just walk over Barry, apparently. There's, like, no indication that I'm, like, taking damage, which is very fun. I don't know if that's, like, part of the minor bugs or whatever that this port, or that this, like, thing has. There's no, like, easy way for me to, like, pull that up. Okay, then, so yeah, so we're starting to run into issues of, like, me being a little bit of an idiot here, and not remembering things, or, like, how to do things. Whoa, we just found a run button. Okay, then, yeah, so, that's definitely very odd. Okay, so that's weird. Yes, this is a run button, but it doesn't work the way you would expect it to. Also, okay, maybe running isn't the best because that hurts my brain a little bit. Of, like, that cutting angles, I guess. Gosh, let me, this sounds so dumb, but I need to look up control scheme for my emulator. Man, this is... Yeah, give me a sec. This is gonna freeze for a second because of the way that I have this set up. No. No. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, or we may not actually be able to fully actually, we may not be able to honestly kill that enemy, or that zombie. There is something I can think of that I can go do to check, which is go to here. Looks like something could be put in it. No. That ain't it. Yeah, there's like... Yeah, I really want to explore more, but I'm not sure if there is, like, a way that we actually can. I think we had to fight that zombie, but I'm not entirely sure how. There's nothing to do on the pause screen, so pausing is the way that you normally open up the inventory system. I have something. Let me pull up my phone, or use my phone, and look here at what to do. Or at what some of this does. Okay, so yeah, that didn't really help. Damn. That is tough. I am literally... Oh, what do we... Backspace? Okay, hold on. Okay, so that's knife swing. So, okay, so yes, so our health is super low. I'm just gonna use that first aid spray. I don't care, really. We're only gonna do a little bit more of this. I'm not gonna, like, actually play through this, because I do not know how much there is that is playable. I'm sorry that we had to kind of just stop there for me being a little stupid. It's a weird little noise for opening a door. Let's at least, like... Oh, whoops. Oh, did it? So it's like, did it? Okay, so that seems to be, like, me getting grabbed. It's... Am I looking out the window? Yeah, you just... die like that. Since we died, since we're here, you know what? Let's just play as Jill. Let's see if there's anything to... Ooh, I really don't like that sound. I realize that sound is a bit different. I hear it louder because of, I think, the way that I have it set up. But yeah. So yeah, so it looks to be kind of the same in a sense. I don't know. I guess this is my first experience with Jill because I have not played Resident Evil 1 as... yeah, that's slightly more dialogue. But Okay, yeah, sorry if I'm just quiet here, because I'm reading and trying to understand, because like I said, I have not played as Jill, so I have, like, no knowledge of anything, really. Was that not... Wait, so then that makes me question there, was not Chris's sprite? Because that was the sprite that we were using for Chris's, that's Barry? And yeah, it's a dining room, certainly, Barry, but there's, like, it's empty. It doesn't have the giant elongated table. So yeah, so Jill has more. Okay, so here's an interesting thing I read. So we'll just do some more stuff with Jill now. So I guess when you have a weapon equipped, you just cannot run. That's interesting, but I guess compromise had to be made for it to function fully, I guess. Yeah, so this here is like my little exposure to Jill's thing, okay. Yeah. Okay, so that's very interesting. That may be kind of a weird script. Because it referred to Chris with, like, 2 S's. Which is kind of weird and kind of improper English, but... No, that's not kind of improper English. That's... Okay, also, holy cow, I just looked at that sprite of Jill from the side. Oh, hi, hi, random zombie. Let's see here. Yeah, so as you can see, remember that detail I said? Zombies they just kneel. Yeah, they just kneel for whatever reason. Yeah, they just kneel. Because there's no death sprite implemented. Let's just see a little more. Or let's just see a tad bit more, because this recording here is already on the bit of a long side. But, yeah, let's just go through the story, let's talk, let's see a little bit more dialogue, and then... I feel like, in a sense, we've kind of experienced everything we can. I might check this out more on my own time. I realistically don't think I'm gonna ever do another... I'm not gonna... Oh! Yeah, so even there, it just does that. It just flat out stops. Yeah, so we're supposed to go report. Yeah, so I'll just leave this here. But yeah, there's one thing I want to mention before I stop this. And that is that, since this was scrapped for Resident Evil Gaiden, I guess the next thing that we'll do on the channel is we will actually look at Resident Evil Gaiden. We'll look at Resident Evil Gaiden and we'll play through it, because I'm curious to see what it is. I don't know much about it, really. So yeah, there's that to look forward to. I was trying to find a good place to fit it in. I guess I threw it in at the end. Like I said, everything here is a prototype. There's still one more prototype, technically, that I'd like to mention, but we'll dive into that another day. So yeah, so this was a look at a 90% complete build of a Resident Evil 1 port, and like air quotation marks on the word port, for the Game Boy Color. Overall, pretty ambitious. The other thing I'm keeping secrets. Some people might know what it is. is definitely way more ambitious than this, but this is ambitious, and this would have been cool if I was like a kid that grew up in like late '90s and or like a person exposed to Resident Evil played it this way or played it on the PS1 and had a Game Boy Color. I would have picked it up. Um, it's pretty interesting. Do I really have the desire to go through and see much more of Resident Evil 1 in this sense? No, I do not. I I I don't really. It's a little sad. I want to see more, but I will leave that to other people to explore this more. But yeah, so the next thing that we'll be doing, or like next actual series, is going to be Resident Evil Gaiden. We'll start that relatively soon. I hope you guys enjoyed. This is probably one of the most different videos I've done. I want to try things more like this. I want to talk. I definitely will talk about the Resident Evil developments. Some of those. The problem will be I got to figure out what to like. Since it'll just be me talking, got to figure out what to put on. So yeah, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to that river. It's a really weird way to end things. So yeah, so I will see you guys later. I hope you enjoyed this, and yeah, see ya.